Lin Yu-shan was a long-lived and significant Taiwanese artist with a very broad painting style. He left some very important artwork to the Taipei Fine Arts Museum, including practice works from as early as 1925. There are paintings of plums, orchids, bamboo, and chrysanthemums. Even though he was very young at the time, the ink paintings were neatly composed with a very good grasp of lines. We can also make out clearly the poems he inked on the paintings. The way he presented the poems and the paintings caught our attention from very early on. Also interesting is a painted wooden cabinet we have in our collection. It was a dresser that his family donated to the Taipei Fine Arts Museum. The cabinet was the dowry of Lin Yu-shan's wife. On the doors of the chest, Lin painted plums, orchids, bamboo, and chrysanthemums. We can compare them to the paintings from 1925. We see a continuation of his style and application. It's wonderful that we can still see his work in our everyday life. That even so, many decades later, the colors don't appear to have faded at all. We see some of his other works from around 1939. He used to give away or sell some of his paintings to his friends. For example, he painted Night Rabbit around 1939. He really liked rabbits as a subject and made many paintings of them. The Night Rabbit at the museum is of two rabbits under the moonlight. He painted animals with a graceful touch. He was able to bring out the agility and the charm of these creatures. His style in this example is reminiscent of the Maruyama and Shijo school of painting with the use of shadow. That seems to combine styles of East and West. It is really quite something. Next, let's turn to his works for the Taiwan Governor-General's Art Exhibition. In particular, Two Heads of Cattle. Two Heads of Cattle was completed during the war period when resources were scarce. It was a tedious process. He glued sheets of rough paper together to make a screen and paint on it. He made his own coloring materials to produce the painting of the two cattle. He received an outstanding award for the work. You can compare it to his other paintings of cattle. At the 10th Taiwan Art Exhibition in 1944, he presented a work called On the Way Home. It was a significant milestone in Lin's paintings of cattle. On the Way Home shows a buffalo and a peasant woman. They have just finished their work in the field and are on their way home. It shows a closeness between the buffalo and the woman. This work, however, was drawn using a more traditional ink painting style. The animal's hair is very finely and clearly drawn. Its eyes are also very touching. By contrast, he used the Japanese style of painting for the peasant woman. He used a more flat coloring method. So it's a simple painting on a completely white background, expressing that eternal time using two different styles. The painting offers a very new and vivid perspective. The last work in the museum's collection is Owl in the Morning Frost. Owl in the Morning Frost shows an owl in a bamboo forest. The painting is mainly gray with very simple coloring and design. There is an elegance and a relaxed feel to the piece. The owl, with its head turned to the observer, is positioned in a most delightful way. Owls are predatory birds, but in this painting, the owl is much cuter. Lin Yu-shan loved to paint owls. I don't know if it's because the cry of an owl in Japanese sounds like fuku, which means happiness. Fuku carries the meaning of happiness. In any case, Lin Yu-shan's paintings emerge as works that reflect many different cultures, and his diverse artistic skills are truly worthy of our admiration.